Hello, everyone. Being where I'm at, and welcome to A and Z with Purpose. This is the series of videos that I come to you with purpose to actually bring some guests online and have a little chat with them. Hopefully you get to meet them as well, and you get to ask questions live. I'm going to keep an eye on the comments section. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Andrea, and I run an online business with my husband, whose name is Zvonko, where the A and Z come into the game. And let's just put these on so that you see it. And the reason that I started these series of videos in the month of August was really to bring to you, as I mentioned earlier, people that are like-minded with me, and we all run a same online business. Let's put it this way. We run it in our own way, but we don't run it all by ourselves, right? And the trend that you're going to see that goes along with all the guests that I have is that we're all regular people. We all have dreams, and we all want really to do what we want to do in our lives. And let me bring up the guest. Hi, Omolara.
Hi, Andrea.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, because where you are, you're in Texas.
Yes.
And for you, it's the evening as well.
Yes, it's 8 p.m. right now.
Yeah, I have it as 9 p.m. I just quickly had dinner. My husband cooked tonight, and
Interesting.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you for having me on your business page. I'm highly
No
honored.
worries.
My name, okay, thank you. All right. My name is Omolara Oti. I'm a wife, a mom of 3 wonderful boys. I'm also an healthcare professional and a mentor, and also a successful digital business owner.
Oh, wow. And where were you at before you joined? Because we're talking about the online business, right? So
Yes.
before you joined and where you are at right now, how would you compare it?
Actually, I'm originally from Nigeria, and right now I reside in Houston, Texas. So I got to Houston in 2006, to be precise. And before I joined this business, I was actually in an healthcare setup in
Oh,
healthcare.
wow.
Yeah, so I've been in my profession for 14 years. Yeah, 14 years. And so while I was in the industry, we have to work like back to back, sometimes
Yes.
15 hours, sometimes. So I said to myself one day, because I hardly see my children. After having my regular job, I do weekend job at the same time. So I hardly see my children, like I said. And it's telling, even the longer those long hours was telling on me. Health wise, it was telling on me. I
Yes.
remember last year that the pandemic strike. Everybody were so anxious, like, okay, when is this thing going to go off? I mean, when it's everything will be over. So I was
Yes.
scared. I was really, really scared. Like, okay, what's going to happen? A lot of people are losing their job. So I said, and they started cutting hours at my job. Like, okay, you guys, some people will stay home this week, some will stay home next week. So I'm like, it's a rotating thing. They now start rotating within everybody. So I'm like, okay. I said to myself, what if this job stop? And it said, okay, Omara, okay, due to the pandemic, due to what is going on in the world this day, people are losing their job. We want you to stay home. So I said, if I stay home, where do I begin from?
Yes.
I have boys growing up every day. I hardly have time for them. I hardly have time for them. I hardly see my kids.
Yeah.
So I don't have that time. And in this country we have right now, the most important thing to us should be our family first, our children.
True.
Because if we are not in their life, some people out there will be in their life. And what's going to be the outcome? You won't like it. So I
Yes.
said to myself, I need to do something instead of me
Different.
working that longer hours, instead of me doing the weekend job. I said to myself, why don't I just drop the weekend job and look for
Yeah.
something on the side to be doing? So while I was doing that, while I was contemplating on doing that, so one day I came across on my news feed, actually on my newsfeed on Facebook and on YouTube, because I have a YouTube
Both.
page.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I came across this advert, and the advert said, if you want to quit one job, if you have two jobs, everything she said, the lady said in her advert resonated with me. I'm like, okay, hold on. Does this lady know me? She doesn't even know me, but all what she was saying, all what she was
Yeah.
saying was all about me. So,
Yes.
okay, I think I need to. She said, okay, while watching this video, click on my link, do this, or the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I did exactly what she said people should do. That it comes with 90-minute webinar. You don't have
Yes.
anything to lose but to gain. I said, okay. She said, I don't have
Which
anything
is
to lose but
true.
to gain.
Yeah.
Exactly, which is true because I never knew that.
Yeah.
So looking at it, I was at first, before you do anything, you're gonna be
You're
skeptical.
scared.
I was so scared.
Yes, because there are so many things that are out there that are new, and everybody's
Exactly.
telling you, do this, and
Do
why
that.
don't you check this out? And then before you know it, you click,
Yeah,
and then it's asking you for so many other things, and you're like, I can't be bothered. But I
exactly.
think we have it very simple because we say click and we truly ask for your name and your email.
That's it.
It's that simple.
Yeah,
Like we simplified it, right?
exactly. Yeah, yeah. So I was like, okay. I click on the link. I started watching the webinar. The webinar. I said to myself, I said, okay, this webinar 90 minutes. Do I really have that time to watch 90 minutes? This is too much for me to watch. And
Yeah.
another mind was telling me, okay, you need something, you need a change, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then sit down and watch this. After all, you can watch 2 hours movie without you complaining. So why don't you sit down and just watch this and assume this is a movie you're watching?
Exactly. You know
So
how I did it? I
yeah,
watched it as I was cooking dinner.
yeah.
And as I finished cooking dinner, I took the phone with me to the
Mm-hmm.
dinner table and I just had it on to listen, right?
Exactly.
Because you can listen to it so many times.
Time.
Once you're in,
Mm-hmm.
once you're registered, you can watch it
It's
several
over and over
times,
again. That's
right?
right.
Because you keep watching, you can watch live or replay. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, let me just see while I'm having dinner if it resonates with me. So there are ways to find 90 minutes to watch it
Yeah.
or listen to it, at least if you can't look at the screen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you found time, you
Exactly.
sat
So I had to
down.
find that time, like, okay, 90 minutes. So I had to split it into two. I said, okay, let me do it this way. If 90 minutes is too much for me, I did first minute, I did 60 minutes. So I closed it up. I went to work that day. The following day, I said, okay, by the time I come back, I can stop from where I can pick it up from where I stopped.
Yes.
So the remaining 30 minutes, I watched it. I said, hold on a second. These are real people I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I saw little kids crying in somebody's background. I'm like, okay, I was still watching. I was still watching, like, okay. Until I was satisfied that, okay, because I was really skeptical. Really, really,
Yes.
anybody that wants to go into this business, at first they will be skeptical. So I was in that shoe too. I said, okay. Then after watching it the first time, the remaining 30 minutes, I went back again, like almost 3 times before I was convinced enough that, okay, these are real people doing great things and doing wonders. So, and that's how I joined. Immediately I
Yes.
joined, I never regretted that I joined this business. And for me, there is no going back.
It's true.
There is no going back.
For me as well, it was really I'm just trying to see hold on, I was trying to click on some comments here and I was clicking on wrong things, but we do have few viewers here. And yeah, like what's his name? Motun Rayo, right?
Yeah.
And thank you everybody who's online, because I see we have 4 viewers, and I do have I think some I know, some you don't, and I want to thank everybody for joining. But where is he? I lost his comment. He says, yeah, you have to get yourself acquainted to what you're getting into. And that's also very important, because I was just actually preparing to record other videos besides this interview. And it's very important that we know what we are getting into. One of the ways is really just to follow the steps that we provide you with, because those are the same steps we followed. And those are the steps we would like you to follow, because I have another thing here that I like to use. I haven't used this one yet. But when we cook, we also follow steps. You can't skip steps, right?
Yes.
So if you want to have a really good meal, you have to really follow as close as you can the recipe in order to make that huge cake, or to make that lasagna, or to make whatever else you're making. Depends who likes to cook what, or even a toast, right?
Yes.
You can't put the butter on and then put the toast into the toaster, right? Like you have to follow steps. And those are very important things that Motun Rayo has brought up, right? Because it's very important to also follow the steps and really just do what we tell you to do. Questions are welcome. Fear or skepticism or any of those things, they're welcome, and they're very healthy. They're good. If we are scared, it's good, because that means we're about to do something that's different, that we're not accustomed to. But in order to make change, you have to cut it and change it, flip it completely. Otherwise, you're going through the same path. It's going to be the same path, and you're not going to have any changes in your life.
Yes.
And what he says as well, this is the best decision he made, right? Now, when he says dictating my life and schedule, I also find that my job dictates my life, but this business gives me that freedom for myself to dictate my life and my schedule. It's probably that's what he meant. So I really thank for that comment. And Agnesa says, isn't it weird that even Google or the YouTube knows that we are thinking about it? That's another thing, right?
Yes.
We're thinking about something and it pops up at the right time, the right moment.
Exactly, that you're thinking about it. Yes, that's true.
Exactly, because I think you mentioned that before. So it's very interesting. Do you find that since you joined this community that you have transformed in any way, or what is it that you like? Because I like the transformation I went through, but I want you to tell me.
The transformation alone, it's I mean,
and you don't think you're getting it, right?
It's unthinkable. Yes. Number one, like I used to say to myself, like, before I'm not a public person.
Yes.
But this business,
told me, yeah.
And you remember I told you I'm not a public person. Even to talk to 2 people, I'll be like, oh,
public or God. Camera or anything, it's shaky. I've done so many interviews, but just earlier I was getting all shaky upstairs. So yeah,
wow.
You get the jitters and
I know.
But it's good. Get out of your comfort zone.
That is it.
You're here.
That is it. So what you want to do is like the business is really, really flexible, right? The training, it's so awesome, because it's the training is a step-by-step training, like you said. Yeah, because even anybody, a layman person, will understand it. If you don't know how to operate computer before, just know how to turn on the computer.
Turn it on. Exactly.
Turn it on. That's it. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Because it's a step-by-step, like you're just training, how to a little baby, how to potty train. This is how you're going to do. This is what you do. Everything is well laid down.
It's there. Yeah. Because it's a screenshot. And when we have a person talking.
Exactly.
Yeah. The person talks, you see the person, you see what they're doing on a computer. I was just doing something last night as well. And I was, because I haven't been there for a little while. And I said, oh, you know what? I remember there were things I started setting up, because we have so much training out there for so many platforms. And one particular, I didn't finish setting it up. Like I start and then, wherever I leave it off, wherever. So I said, no, I know I want to also finish off my YouTube, because right now I'm streaming on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. And there were parts I haven't finished about YouTube. So I said, okay, let me go back to the training, right? And I did so many videos, one after the other, because I pause, I go to my screen, because I only have one screen, and I go back and forth, and and it was done. Before you know it, it's all done. Wow. So I really, really, I love it. And we understand, you and I, and with other guests, I discuss the same thing. This is not for everybody.
It is not.
Just like not every profession is for everybody.
That's right.
Not every, I don't know, we can even say it, not everybody likes the same food. Not everybody likes the same colors. Not everybody likes the same family setup. Not everybody will like same professions. So it's exactly the same thing. What's important is that if somebody is here watching who's completely new and is not sure if this is for them or not, what I like to say as well is that we have this no risk, no cost, and free trial going on. This is for everybody, no matter who you are.
That's right.
There's really, what will you gain at the end? You will be smarter. Yes. You will be more educated as to what exists out there. And you will be able to make better decisions for you in life. Let's say somebody prefers something completely different.
That's right.
But they will be able to base their decision also based on the information they got through us, through that webinar, right?
Yes.
Because you have to be informed. You have to know what's out there. For us, to me, I had no doubt.
Like I said,
knew.
At first,
that's it.
At first I was skeptic, right? But later on, I'm like, okay, after watching it, I was so convinced enough that this is real, this is legit. So I don't even waste much time, because, like I said, I've been trying to look for something to do.
Yeah.
With my other job, my weekend job. So immediately I started. I didn't even give it second chance or second thought. I quit my second job right away. And I did what? I joined and I stepped into the training. The training took me like 2 weeks.
Yes.
Like I said, it's step-by-step training that I went through. It's so easy, it's so flexible.
Yeah, me too. I also, over the years, like for me, it was not in particular that I was looking for something that one particular time. I kept looking for years. I think since even I was 18, I always dreamed and I thought there will be something I will find one day, because life cannot only be about work and weekend, work and weekend. I'm a nurse by education. I never worked as a nurse. And the only reason was really because of the shift work that we get as a nurse. And then what if I one day want to have kids? I will never see those kids, right? Because we hear,
that's what happened to me.
We know. Nursing is just one of the professions that's like that. I hear real estate is also very much like that. Many times people go into real estate thinking they'll have freedom, but they will often work when everybody's home from work. They will often work till really late, past midnight, for signing contracts and all the rest, right? They will work on the weekends. So you are in real estate, you may make good money, but where is that time freedom that I think we are all lacking? And we end up giving our time over into, in my case, to an office space between the wall in a cubicle.
That's right.
And it just, to me, it has become too heavy. And I think this has come at the right time, because I'm ready to make the necessary changes now. I was not ready before.
Yeah.
I looked into different franchises. I have a friend who said she even looked at opening a gas station, But there are so many things that go into it, and your overhead costs, and there's so many things, like even the money you have to put up front.
That's right.
It takes about, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years before you can even start making money. Like there's so many details, so many good things in every business. There's something good and there's something that's not so good.
Right.
But we all have to pick something that suits us the best, because we know ourselves and we know what we can or cannot do and what we want or we don't want to do, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm really happy. I have someone here who, Agnesa, was in real estate, and she says it's real estate is so
Yeah.
difficult to run. She's done it for like 20 years, right?
Wow.
Let's see, Angela. Hi, Angela. Yes, so she's just greeting us. Maybe she has joined just a little bit later. So Angela, you can watch the replay later. Because we're sharing fun information here, right?
I know.
So Agnesa is asking if there are any obligations if we sign up. However, you realize it's not for you. So this is exactly the same thing as I was saying here. Like, there is no risk. So you come in, you give your name and your email, you watch the 90-minute webinar. Even after that, you're still like, there is nothing. You can leave and nobody asks you anything.
Right.
But that is already the first step in training, because that's already how the training will start happening, because you will get a little set of emails that include some information, further information that we provide you with. Now, if you're curious, you want to know more, there's a next step to follow. But all that for you, again, is at no risk, because it's a free trial.
That's right.
So, and we have that 30-day free trial. So I don't see where the person is losing. You come in, you look at everything, you have access to everything.
Yes.
And if you don't like it, you pack up and you leave.
That's right. Yes. Just back off. Yeah.
You know, it didn't cost you a dime. At the end, if you decide that this is not for you, there is nothing out of your pocket. But you have become so much smarter, because people in this community, it's just something human beings exist all over the world, and I'm sure there are really nice communities everywhere, because there are kind people all over the place. But what we have available is something, because there are certain things within the business plan that are patented. We know for the fact it doesn't exist anywhere else. And then you bring in the human care and the human love and the human support, and then it makes it even better. Because humans are humans. We can be nice, right? We can be nice. Would you like to give any last words or anything you would like to give to anyone who's watching?
Well, the only thing I'm going to say is, I know, like I said, people are so skeptic about going to online space to do transaction, do business over there. You know, it's okay to be skeptic. So okay. I mean, but don't let that. Exactly, it's human, but don't let that consume you, that you won't even have time to see the benefit.
Yeah, it's true.
Benefit that is coming your way.
Yes.
Being skeptic, like, okay, I don't want to do this. You're going to lose. I mean, that person is going to lose a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot out there. There are a lot of business out there that are so genuine and legit. And our business is so genuine that you can even register with the state of your country.
Yeah.
It's so legit. We are not
correct.
We don't scam people. We are real. So if you really need that change for yourself, you need that freedom, time freedom, financial freedom, all you need to do is just to take that step. It's not going to cost you anything. Like we said, it's risk-free.
It's correct.
It's not going to cost you. It's not going to cost you anything. So if you're looking to probably change the way you live, your lifestyle pattern, you trying to change your job, or maybe you are a stay-home mom, and even our community, we have a lot of stay-home mom.
Yes.
Our community is a huge community of over 90. I mean, now we should be like 94,000, over 94,000.
Yeah, because we get about 1,000 a week from what I noticed, the pattern that we have recently. So last week we were 93. Yeah, we should be 94,000. I can look it up, but yeah,
it's 94,000. I saw it this afternoon. I'm like, wow, already?
Wow, yeah.
So if you're looking to do something on the side, if you want to call it side also, that's fine. If you
Yeah.
want to call it your plan B, that's fine. If you want to quit, maybe you have 2 jobs or 3 jobs, you want to try to see how you can quit one or two, just have one permanent one, and you can have time for your family. It's
Whatever
so
you
important. You
decide.
cannot trade your family with anything. So that is really, really, really important. We need to have time for our children, care for them.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like, I want to see my children grow up right in front of me. Okay, let me give you a scenario right quick. Last week, I took my son to see to for physical, for his
Okay.
yearly physical. Last year that I took him, last year February, I remember it was probably like 5-1 or 5-0. It was
Okay.
somewhere around here. So on getting to the clinic last week, they did the vital sign, did everything, and they did his height. They said it's 5'6". I said, what? 5'6" already? He said, Mommy, see, can you see I'm taller than you now? I'm like, oh my goodness. So
Exactly.
that's the joy of it. You have time for them. They grow up
Yeah.
right in front of you. You can relate with them. You guys can go out, do things in common. Unlike before, I don't have time. I hardly see them. I'm worn out. I'm restless. I can't even sleep. But now, I thank God. So please, please don't waste any time. If you have
Yes.
a big dream, so we need to dream big, right?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
don't let fear cripple you to be successful. Success doesn't just come overnight. You need to,
Correct.
it's not going to just sit down there, looking for you. You have to go out and look for it. For you to be successful, you have to go out there. The success is right there, but you have to do your due diligence to go look for it. Make your research, do your due diligence, whatever is going to take you to have a better life, to have and to lay a good foundation for your children.
Yes.
Probably maybe you want to retire early. This business gives you all that. You can retire at any time you want. You can move your business from one location to another. You are not restricted to anything. You are not restricted to anywhere. Unlike
How heavy
yeah,
is this?
in fact, this
How heavy is this?
I'm serious. It's so handy.
It's
So
in
I
here.
can do my business right here. I can do it where I have it right now on my laptop. I can do it anywhere. Yeah, I want to go on vacation. I can have it with me.
I
Guess
know.
what you only need? You only need you need your phone. You need either phone or laptop, and
Yeah.
you need your internet connection, Wi-Fi
Yes.
connection, internet connection. Baby, you are good to go. When you
And
have
as
all
you
that,
said, and you just have to know where the power button is, right?
that's all you know. Because it's part of the training. Like I said, a
Yeah.
layman, a farmer can do this business as long as the farmer know how to turn on the computer or turn the phone on. It's okay. You are
So
good to go.
yeah, so this is where it's also important because we have people that are lawyers and real estate agents and
Yes,
doctors and
engineer,
like the really
doctor,
high
anything.
education,
Yes,
accountants, and
yes,
but we also have people that have like a job that's like a truck driver or us
right.
nurses
Yes,
or teachers, or we have moms that felt they decided to stay home
yes,
but they
yes,
wanted to be useful financially to the
yes,
family. So
that's it.
yes, they're stay-home moms, but they want to be able to do something while they're raising their kids. And we see them often. They're walking in a park, they're
Yeah,
coming and going,
yeah.
right? And
Mhm.
their business is
It's
running because
running.
we've set it up. For me, right now, it's running. Like if I don't go and I don't touch anything, it's
Exactly.
going. It's
It's
there. We
before
are
7 is
informing
right there.
people, and then in addition, we do what you and we do because we don't have to do these interviews. We don't have to have our faces out
And
there
then,
in the social
right.
media if we
Mhm.
don't want to,
True.
right?
Yes,
That's another thing. And
yes.
there was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. But
Okay.
that's okay. Just something that you mentioned, right? I think I wanted to mention about different people we have. And I don't know, but that's okay.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean,
So she's saying, Agnesa, baby, you're good to go.
that's right. You good to go, Agnesa. You are
Right?
so good to
Oh,
go.
yeah.
I'm
I
telling
wanted to
you.
say about the laptop. Like, why do
Exactly.
we say laptop? We can run the business from the phone
On the
because
phone.
we
Yeah.
need this for a lot of things.
Yes.
But some of the platforms we use, and it's always like that. When you look at it from a computer, it has more options. So it's always a little bit better to have a laptop. But if a person doesn't, really the key right now is that number one really is English, because for now we only have it in English. We're working on translation, but it would be the English. You have one of the smart devices and internet, and that's all you really need to even just check it out. Even to start setting it up and start running it, it's exactly the same thing. There's really nothing special.
And you need to have the right mindset to do this business.
That is number two. It's a huge number. And this is where I think when we talked about transformation, I never thought this would happen, but it's crazy how much I noticed inside. I feel so much calmer. I feel more at peace because I know I found something. I don't know. To me, there's something that happened. I cannot describe it because we work a lot. We talk a lot about the mindset, and anything you do in life, it is mindset. But I find that really, especially for something like this, it's the mindset. I have to plug in my computer. It's running low on battery.
All right.
Before it gets shut off. So, Omolara, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate your time. Let me just quickly make sure this doesn't get shut off. There, I'm turned on. It's good. It's plugged in.
So for anyone out there looking to do something on the side, it is risk-free. You don't have anything to lose, but huge to gain, a lot to gain. So, I mean, if anything in this live video interests you, pique your interest, or probably resonates with you, I mean, just give it a try. A try can never harm you or hurt you. Give it a try. I mean, it's everybody. A lot of people are doing it. It's not like Andrea said, it's not for everybody, but it's for those people that are really ready to have that change in their life, to lay a good legacy for their children, to have financial stability, to have financial freedom, time for your family, So if you want all that, and this video or this live video resonates with you, or probably you watching it, you're probably going to watch a replay. So why don't you just take that bold step today and see what we are talking about? It's benefiting us. I'm benefiting from it. She also doing the same. Likewise, every people, like 94,000 in our community of like-minded people, are successful in this business. So why don't you give it a try and see what we're talking about? It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to harm you.
No, and it doesn't cost anything. It just only provides a lot of information. So thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to have you with us tonight.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me on your business page.
No worries.
I'm going to be inviting you soon, okay?
No worries. Thank you. So it will be with pleasure.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
So there you go, everyone. That was Omolara. It was so much fun to have her here. I really had fun. The interview did go over 30 minutes, but I didn't even see the time go by. And I think some of the viewers agree with that. Thank you very much, everybody. You know the usual information. I have put it out on the screen as well. The link this is the link where you can register if you would like to see the free information session we talked about, or you have seen Omolara under her picture. There was her link. And I want to wish everybody a really nice evening, and take care, everyone. See you soon in the next video. Bye.